Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly.
Halt!
Jacques,
Halt!
what's up, folks? What is happening? What is good? Good evening to everybody. So we wanted to take a time out today, man, to go over a few things, man, overall, as far as that are in Houston, whether it be Houston Texan fans or former Houston Oilers fans or current Oilers fans that live in Houston you know, that have issues, I guess, with Tennessee Titan fans rocking Oilers merchandise or representing the Oilers, as if like the city of Nashville, the state of Tennessee stole your organization. Again, I understand you grew up as an Oilers fan, how it might feel seeing that, but listen to it from our perspective from the Titans and thus us here in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? And let's really kind of break down, our reasons and to understand where we're coming from. To say that we stole your team, let's look a little deeper than that. So we gonna talk about that, Jacques. We gonna definitely talk about that. I mean, Houston, hey, you've all had a better season than us, and that's cool. But we got a lot to talk about with this, bro.
And we got something to say, you dig? So, you like you said, how we gonna chop it up. We're gonna get into it. Again, I get it. Y'all are passionate, like you said, they're having a good season. I guess they want to talk their trash, but we're gonna give you some facts, some stats, some something that's gonna probably sway y'all a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got something to say today. It is what it is. Go ahead, man.
Sure.
Put them comments up,
And,
bro.
and that's the thing about this here too. And we get a lot of comments in our DMs. They'll tell us, man, take that Oilers stuff off, man. That ain't your team. Take it off. Jacques, you're a season ticket holder, bro. I go to 4 or 5 games. I go to road games every year. We spend our money for the Titans, right? So, shout out to Manny 4812, Rack Balls, Pauls, Paul Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to those guys who, we appreciate y'all watching the show, by the way. But these are just a few comments that we get all the time. To say, the Texans deserve to wear those Oilers jerseys. Remember, we are Texans. You guys are the Titans, not the Oilers, and those things. Hey, we get that. But let's break it down to them real quick.
Yes, sir. You know what? Matter of fact, let's give them a little history lesson on how this whole thing transpired from the Oilers coming from Houston to Tennessee. So I mean, if you break it down, of course everybody knows the owner Bud Adams, RIP to the late great Bud Adams, and he had an idea of wanting to upgrade the stadium. Right? We know it was the Astrodome, I think, and he was like, "Hey, we need a new dome to accommodate not just the Houston Oilers, but the Houston Rockets." And similar to, he wanted to get it to where how it was like San Antonio's dome at the time. Well, he pitched it to the mayor. Mayor was initially on board. He said, I don't think so. You guys are not winning. You're not really producing, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. Attendance was low, okay? So you guys wasn't even supporting the Houston Oilers, and you didn't really give a crap about them in the first place. So you're sitting back and you're saying, well, Houston, no. If you didn't support them, you're not supporting them financially, of course, I'm going to have to figure something out as a business owner, right? So if I'm going to pitch it again, he pitched it again, and he said, okay, well, never mind. We're not going to do it. Okay, I have no choice but to move the team. So then Bud Adams bids out his services to around the United States to say, hey, who wants the Houston Oilers, right? Only city that stood up and said, you know what, hey, we'll take them was the Nashville, but it was the Tennessee. Tennessee was the only state that said, you know what, we don't have a professional team at the time. We want to get into the spotlight of the NFL. Why not? We'll go ahead and take them, right? They moved the team here in 97. They were in Memphis. So if you don't know that, a lot of them were in Memphis first, played the Liberty Bowl for, I think, a couple of months. Then they ended up moving the team to Nashville. And then they played at Vanderbilt, and the rest is history, okay? So when I think of the Houston Oilers at the time, hell, half the damn city wasn't even supporting them, right? You're supposed to support your team. Now, I know a lot of fans right now wasn't born even then to understand it. Now, you do have fans that I understand that was around then. And they probably did support the Houston Oilers. I get it. I mean, that was your team at the time. But to say that, hey, this is our team, this is our jersey, if you didn't support them in the beginning, even when they went on their little playoff run, because I don't even know if you guys know, they went on a nice little playoff run with Warren Moon and all them, right? Yep. I don't even think they got the proper support then. Okay? So I mean, that's one fact is a history lesson. I just gave you a history lesson on why this team is supported and belongs in Tennessee, and that's why we have the rights to these jerseys. But I know
That's right.
Hawk got even more better history he about to smack y'all in the face with.
That is right, sir. Bro, those are great facts, Jacques. I mean, the city of Houston didn't own the Oilers. The Adams family did, right? The Adams family, right? They did, right? Just like on June 27th, it's them boys on that long drive,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Right? The
One of
city
the
didn't
best
own them.
freestyles.
Exactly, right. They didn't own them, right? So let's look at some history. So we talk about like this is like a phenomenon, like a team being bought out by another team in another city and even changing their name. We're not the Tennessee Oilers, we're the Titans, as if that's the only time this has ever happened. And for some reason, it seems as if Houstonians are more mad than any team or any city I've ever seen about their jersey and their Oilers and things like that. Like, bro, this happens all the time. This is not the only time in the history where this has happened. So instead of me talking about it so much, let's look at some visual representation. So first of all, let's look at baseball, right? Let's look at baseball. So first you see the Montreal Expos or now the Washington Nationals, right? They were in Montreal, Canada forever, right? Not only did they keep the same color, same scheme and everything, they changed their name. They're the Nationals, right? Then to your right, you see Hank Aaron rocking the Atlanta. No, that's not Atlanta. That's Milwaukee. You see the M on the top of his hat? That's a Milwaukee Braves jersey. What does that look like? The Atlanta Braves, right? Because they took over. At the bottom, you see the Milwaukee Brewers. You don't hear Milwaukee folks saying, hey, man, take that Braves jersey off in Atlanta. Man, those are our jerseys. No one says that. Nobody. Then you look to the left, you see the Brooklyn Dodgers, right? You see you got Jackie Robinson in Brooklyn. Same color, same everything. From Brooklyn to LA, all across the United States, from one end to the other, right? You don't hear people like, man, take that Dodgers stuff off. That's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn folks wear Yankee hats, Mets hats, right? That's one example. So let's go to another sport. Let's go basketball. Look at George Mikan with the Lakers, the Minneapolis Lakers, right? Not the LA Lakers. They were in Minnesota before they went to LA. Think about it. Are there any lakes in LA? Hell no. There's no lakes in LA, right? You know what Minneapolis did? They said, you know what? We lost our franchise. Now we're the Timberwolves. Same with the Philadelphia Warriors. That's Wilt Chamberlain in a Philadelphia Warriors jersey. That's what he played for. To the right, you see Klay Thompson in a Philadelphia Warriors uniform. They go from Philadelphia to Oakland and San Francisco. Philadelphia says, we're going to change our name to the Philadelphia 76ers, right? Look at the Grizzlies. From Vancouver, that's Big Country Reeves. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, Tennessee bound, right? From Vancouver to Memphis, right? They changed their team. You don't hear people from Vancouver, hey, man, take that off, Memphis, when they wear the throwbacks, right? Then to the bottom, you see the St. Louis Hawks to the Atlanta Hawks. And at the bottom, you see New Orleans Jazz to Utah Jazz. They ain't no Jazz in Utah. They took their name and everything, colors and everything. They didn't change anything. But you don't hear people from New Orleans talking about, hey, man, take that Karl Malone jersey off, man. This is New Orleans, right? New Orleans has their own team, just like we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Examples of basketball. Now, let's keep it basketball, and let's keep it in Houston. The San Diego freaking Rockets, right? They were in San Diego before Houston, okay? When Houston rocks those throwbacks is clean. When they rock them green and yellow throwbacks, it doesn't say San Diego on there. It says Houston. No, those are San Diego uniforms. They kept the name and everything, right? The Houston Rockets were in the NBA from 1967 to 1971. So they were in the league for a while before they went to Houston. Houston Rockets didn't just start off as a brand new franchise. They took over the team just like the Titans took over the Oilers, right? Get over it. All right, let's go to football. You see Indianapolis and Baltimore, the Colts, right? Johnny Unitas to Peyton Manning, right? Same color, same everything, same name, everything, right? We at least changed our name and our jersey, right? They kept the same jersey. Then Baltimore and Cleveland. Look at this, right? Baltimore went from the Cleveland Browns to Baltimore. Then what Cleveland do? We went and got the Cleveland Browns again, right? We're still here, right? But you don't hear them complaining about it, right? So look at that, right? Those are heck of it examples. Now, let's look at our team, the Tennessee Titans, right? So to the very top, you see, again, those are our throwbacks. These are not our primary jerseys. We wear those as throwbacks, right? That's our jersey with Derrick Henry. That's our jersey. But we wear throwbacks, that's what we wear. To the right, of course, you see Warren Moon, you see Drew Hill, Haywood Jeffries. I knew all about the run and shoot offense that they had back in the 80s and 90s, right? They had a cold offense, right? Bruce Matthews, all those dudes, Lorenzo White, all those guys. I remember them guys, right? But that's Houston. We understand that. But to the left, you see, what else do you see? You see that boy Stevie Mack. Shout out to the RIP legend. Stevie Mack in the building. Shout out to the legend, Eddie George, right? Right? You see that. That's Tennessee Oilers jerseys, right? So we were Oilers for 2 years before we went to the Titans, right? So you see, again, this is our history. It's not about Houston. It's about the Oilers and Titans organization, right? We only wear the throwbacks when it's throwback time, right? So Houston. So what about your team? Let's talk about the Texans, right? This is your team, right? Founded in 1999, started in 2002, right? This is your franchise. You're not the Oilers, you are the Texans. Be proud of the Houston Texans, right? Be proud of them. Just because you can't participate as much in the throwback, hey, maybe that's the problem. You know what your throwback is? Throw on that David Carr jersey. There's your throwback. Rock that. There's your throwback jersey. Throw that on, right? So what we're trying to say, y'all, is like, look, we understand the emotion because you see this, like, man, that's what I saw as a kid. But don't tell Titan fans to say, man, take that off. You know, like, that's not your history. It is the same organization. If Houston was on it like that earlier, then, you know, they could have kept the team, right? But it didn't happen. That happens, period. It's so many examples of this. We only gave you a few. You know, Jacqueline, you had spoke earlier about some teams, right?
Yep, LA Chargers, formerly San Diego, the Raiders, which actually was the LA Raiders first, then turned around, went to Oakland, and then went back to LA. So again, like you said, you don't hear them bickering all the time, right? About, hey, like you said, take my jersey off, take my jersey off, take my jersey off. It might happen, but it doesn't happen as much as it's recently come about. Matter of fact, let me say this. This wasn't happening about 4 or 5 years ago when before the exception. Matter of fact, Texas fans wasn't even thinking about these jerseys.
Yep.
They weren't even thinking about these jerseys. That literally, dog, they were not thinking about these jerseys until right when the Titans said, you know what? Hey, we're thinking about pulling out the throwbacks, boom, 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 let's do it, right? So, okay, all of a sudden, then J.J. Watt gets, well, it's ours. It's ours. Okay, how, J.J.? How, right? And then the younger fans that are younger didn't see the Oilers play or didn't see that, right? A lot of them didn't see that. So they're just going off what somebody's saying. It's like, okay, well, do you know the history of why this is actually on? Let me say this. I would even understand this, Hawk, if Amy Adams Strunk was still in Houston and she took over and Bud Adams took over, was still over the Houston Texans. I would understand. At that point, I'd be like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. At the same, y'all own that team as well. So you got particular letter. What you want to do? You want to do this? You want to do that? But again, once the owner transitions from here to here, and he gave y'all a shot. He said, I want a new stadium. I'm giving y'all the opportunity to keep it, to keep us, for us to show you love, to try to put a winning product out there. And then he took his services elsewhere.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And yeah, hey, and you see what I'm rocking, right? I'm rocking that LA Dodgers. Brooklyn Dodgers. Well, let me take it off. I don't want to offend folks, right? For me, we talking about the Montreal Expos, right? Let me go and throw my Montreal Expos hat on. Hold up. That's their Washington Nationals. Hold up. Let me take that off too, right? Let me take that off. Maybe people in Buffalo, New York might be mad that Los Angeles took their Clippers, right? See the Clippers jersey? See that? Y'all see that? Right? Right? It's in LA. You don't hear Buffalo people telling LA folks, man, take that Clipper jersey off, man. Take that off, man. Hey, look, we understand. Matter of fact, I love the city of Houston. Love Houston. Shout out to my line brother, man. I used to go to Houston a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was a big DJ Screw fan. Me and Jacques talk a lot about Houston music, man, from Scarface, Ghetto Boys, UGK, by the way, of Port Arthur, Lil Kiki, Slim Thug,
Big Pokey.
Yep, Lil Flip, Devin the Dude, all the screwed up click dudes from Fat Pat and the Hawk. I'm the Hawk, by the way, too, right? RP to them dudes, by the way. Like, I know all of Pimp the Pen is one of my favorite freestyle, especially the first verse. Like, that's the classic. But at the end of the day, you know, we didn't take your team. Your owner took your team to another place, just like a lot of franchises do, right? We're here. We're the Titans. When it's throwback season, we're gonna rock these Oilers jerseys. Keep them crisp and clean. Hey, we here. I even got my own personalized throwback. You see that right there, Jacques? That's my throwback. Tennessee Oilers throwback, stitched up, clean. Tennessee Oilers. Y'all see that, right? That's what we do, man. Tighten up, Houston. We got a problem,
Yes,
as
sir.
they say, bro. We got a problem. So, well, cool, man. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all checking out the show. You can check us out on YouTube. We are actually on Bleacher Report. We're the official Bleacher Report podcast is for the Tennessee Titans. Check us out there as well. We're on Apple, Spotify. We're on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, Twitter Titans Weekly 24/7. Jacques, you know how we do, bro.
Yes, sir. And when you do, hit us up, man. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Check out the content. Again, Houston is nothing but love. You know what I mean? But we gotta put some facts out there and check you a little bit, man, when it comes down to it. And it's gonna be, I already know the comment section about to be jumping. So hey, get the debate started. Put it in the comment section. We respect everybody's opinion and we appreciate it, man. So
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead, take us out, Hulk.
Yes, sir. Well, y'all keep checking our show out. We got more content coming. Hey, as we always do and as we always say, facts.
No paper.